Hi, I'm Steve Good. Welcome to my Scroll Saw Workshop. We're out here in the workshop tonight and going to put together a project. You'll be able to find the plans for this project at www.scrollsawworkshop.blogspot.com. What we're going to make tonight is a very simple project. Even the newest scrollers will be able to work on this particular little box. And what it is, it's a scroll saw box with a ribbon and a bow on it. And I put this pattern together with no 3D cutting at all. So if you're fairly new to the scroll saw and you're not wanting to get into the advanced technique of cutting in 3D, you should be able to put this box together with no problem. Okay, let's go ahead and get started and see if we can make this box. The supplies you're going to need to build this box tonight are very simple. You're not going to need much. You're going to need the pattern off of the website at www.scrollsawworkshop.blogspot.com. You're also going to need two species of wood. In this case, I've got some maple and some mahogany. The mahogany is going to be used for the bow and the ribbon, and the maple I'm going to use for the inside and outside walls of the box and the top and bottom of the box. Now I've gone ahead and milled all this material up to the correct size specified out in the pattern, and you'll see that it's not going to require a whole lot of material. So gather all your supplies together and I'll meet you over at the glue up table and we'll apply the patterns. Got all my patterns cut out and I'm getting ready to apply them to the wood. So I've got my glue table out here and I'm going to spray these patterns down pretty good. And I'm going to start out with the part that goes on the bow, and again I've got that on a about a 1-inch piece of mahogany, but it could be 3/4 of an inch, would still be fine if you don't have any 1-inch material. So go ahead and apply all the patterns, and then we'll go over to the drill press and make a few entry holes, and then we'll be ready to get started. After I applied the patterns to all the pieces, I took the thicker pieces of the project and went ahead and wrapped the patterns in box tape, the clear box tape. Now again, the box tape, you've seen me do this here in nearly every project, it just helps lubricate the scroll saw blade, and especially in some woods like cherry and even this mahogany, which has a tendency to burn pretty bad, and also the maple will burn a little bit too. It lubricates the blade, helps prevent the heat buildup, and the blade will last longer also. So with that, let's go ahead and drill our entry holes. We don't have many to drill in this project, so it's going to be a pretty quick project to cut out. Before we start cutting the insides out of these box walls, we want to go ahead and make sure that the blade is squared up real good to the table. So get your little protractor out or your right angle and go ahead and make sure that blade is good and straight. That'll help you with this cut a lot. Now right now I've got a number 7 super sharp blade from P.S. Woods in the saw, and I'm going to use that to cut out the thicker pieces, and then we'll probably move down to a number 3 or maybe even a number 5 for the thinner pieces. But with that, let's go ahead and insert this blade through our entry hole and cut out, I believe this is the interior walls of the box, and we'll see what we can do. I've got the interior and exterior walls cut, and you can see at this point I have a pretty snug fit. I'd actually have a hard time getting those together without breaking them up. Got it just a little bit long on the interior piece, and that's fine. You would rather it be a little tight than too loose, because what we can do is we can now sand this inner piece down to fit into the exterior walls, and that'll give us a nice fit when we get done. So there's the interior and exterior of the box, and we'll set that aside and we'll go ahead and start on the bows. Ready to begin the cut on the bows, and again this is a pretty thick piece of wood here, so I'm going to stay with the number 7 blade, and I'll go ahead and cut the interiors out of the bow, and then we'll cut the exterior, and we'll need to take these and sand them down to make them fit the way we want, but we should be okay there. there's our first piece of the ribbon done, or the bow done. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this over to the sander, and we're going to sand some angles into it so we can get these three bows to fit together real nice. So I've got the ovals cut out for the bow, and now I'm going to go ahead and cut out the ribbon. And this is our 1/8 inch stock, so I haven't applied the the box tape to that. But all I'm going to do here is just cut out the white areas, and we'll be left with our ribbon right here. Before I take this over to the sander and start sanding on the project, I want to show you just basically what we're trying to accomplish here. We've got the interior walls that are going to fit inside the exterior walls, okay? So we're going to take the interior walls and take our bottom piece, and we're going to glue it basically right in the middle of that piece. Then we're going to take the top and glue it onto the outside walls of the box like this. And that's going to set on top and slide down onto the bottom piece. And then to decorate it, what we're going to do is we're going to take our ribbon, which is oversized from the box a little bit. And the reason that it is because we're going to cut out pieces to put down the side of the box too. We're going to take this piece of the ribbon and we're going to place it somewhere in here, and we'll readjust this as once we get it all sanded up. And these pieces, once they're sanded down like they're supposed to be, are going to sit in here at angles like this, and they'll be sanded to fit. So that's basically what we're going to accomplish with this box. So the next thing we need to do is take the interior wall and the exterior wall and go to the sander and make these fit nice and snug. So that'll be the next step. Then what we'll do is glue the top and bottom to the box, get that all sanded up and flush, and then we'll take our ribbon pieces, get them sanded to the width we want. I think we've got them a little bit too wide right now, so I'm going to sand them down a little bit. And then I'm also going to taper them in quite a bit so we can get them to fit together in a triangle. So those will be the steps we'll go through. And then the last thing we'll do is we'll cut out the pieces to fit on the side of the box for the ribbon. So with that, I'm going to go over to the sander and we'll see if we can get these pieces sanded up. Got the walls over here at the sander now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on these interior walls, taking down the two ends in this case until I get a nice snug fit. Okay, got a pretty good fit there. You want to find a direction that it fits real good, and again we're going to put the ribbon on it so it'll be obvious which end the top and bottom will go on. So there we've got a snug fit, but not so tight that it's going to be hard to get apart.